Evening, guys. Back with another episode of JaseStuart.com. What we're basically doing tonight is a really easy recipe. And I'm sure a lot of this stuff's common sense, but you know, that's how I cook. I'm not a chef. Just basically learn, throw it around, make some mistakes and see what the outcome is. And this one's a really easy meal and super healthy for a Sunday night. So basically what we've got over here is some stir-fried veggies. So, fresh veggies that we're going to stir fry up. So mushies, some green beans, some asparagus, some broccoli. Now, over here, obviously there's two of us eating, so 2 pieces of fresh salmon. I just love salmon. Salmon's just fantastic, loaded with omega-3s, super high in protein, and it's a really good fat, that omega-3. So, as opposed to loads of other types of animals where the saturates are the major type of fat, it's an unsaturated fat, which is omega-3 in fish. So, super delicious and really healthy. I've just got down into the bottom of a baking dish, some macadamia oil, but you can use any oil, doesn't really matter too much. And what I'm going to do is basically just put a fairly dense layer of some sea salt, and this is just to bake the actual salmon in. I tried this dish last week and it is absolutely delicious. So super simple. Just take your salmon and put them skin side down first. Okay, into the actual mix. And I like to give them a bit of a spray with some pepper over the top as well. Now we've preheated our oven to around 190, 200 degrees. So they're ready to go in like that. Okay, so into the oven. And I've got it on a fairly high shelf. And there's a reason that I've got it on a high shelf, is that once it's cooked for about 15 minutes, we'll actually turn it on the oven switch from the bake to the actual grill setting and give it a nice crispy top. Now, again, I feel kind of maybe silly just putting up such simple recipes, but this is how I cook, like I said at the start. So the idea behind doing veggies this way is I can just smash them up with some garlic and some soy sauce. It really brings out the flavours. And I tell you what, for 2 simple ingredients or 2 simple condiments to go into the actual stir fry, it tastes fantastic. I usually go in with the broccoli first, obviously being the most dense, and of course the asparagus. So we'll just get them going. Now I'll let you know a little bit of a trick that I actually do, and you know, this is at the risk of adding more and more fat instead to the mix, is I usually just flick in a touch of water in. So we're not actually boiling the veggies, but what it actually does is start to steam the veggies and get them cooking a bit quicker so that you retain the majority of the nutrients. And I really advocate trying not to overcook your veggies. Make sure you keep them crunchy. While it's still fairly early on, let's go in with some minced garlic. You guys don't want to smell my breath tomorrow. I usually throw a load of garlic in there. Get that going through. I have a really, scientific method of testing whether the veggies are cooked. It's called the bite test. So I'll employ that at about now. Garlic's right through the food. As you can see, the veggies are still bright green. You don't want them to lose that colour by overcooking them. Alright, key ingredient, some soy sauce. Give it a good splash. And we'll let that simmer for about 2 or 3 minutes. Just until they're good enough to, nice and digestible, and then just waiting for our fish. Fish will be about 10 more minutes in the oven before we actually start to crisp it up. Beautiful. Alright, so we're just going to plate up now. So let's go for some of the greens under the bottom. Try not to make too much of a mess of our plate. I'm so excited about eating this. Now, contrary to popular belief, they say that young ladies should have a half-size serve, definitely not the case, and certainly not the case when it comes to my lovely girlfriend. So this is her plate. Alright. Let's take it over here. Ladle the fish up onto the top of it. Let's flip it back to its skin side down. Okay. Alright, so 2 plates plated up, there you have it. How good do they look? So what we'll usually do is just finish it off with a little bit of pepper. And I am an absolute lemon head, so just a bit of lemon over the top. And lastly, just for prettiness sake, we can get a few leaves of chopped coriander over the top. And how good is that for a Sunday night dinner? So there we have it. Baked, then grilled, Atlantic salmon with stir-fried veggies, and could you get a healthier meal on a Sunday night? Happy days, and thanks for watching, guys.